internet connectivity. So I'll show you how to, run any Python program in online. So just type Google Colab and then click on the first link, and then yes, click on this new notebook. So what does this new notebook means? Like every file will be saved as a notebook. So it's being loaded. Yes, so it's being you just have to write any name and click enter, and you can start coding. Like suppose I click I write here print and hello world, and I just, this is how we run into this Google Colab. Just have to click on this play button. It shows it is connecting now, initializing, and it will run now. Yes, it says connected, and yes, hello world. So this is the simplest way to run Python programs. And where are these programs saved, you might be wondering. So just click on this and click on save. So this file will be saved on your drive. Which drive? The account which is logged in currently. So this is the account. So the account, the drive on this account, it will have this file. You just need to go there and double click, you will get this interface. This is how we run the online Python programs. And other way is to install the Python, and then installing PyCharm, which is an IDE, so which it is just a framework to run Python programs offline in a computer. So I'll share those steps, and with the at the end of this session I'll share those steps. For now, just do this way. Okay, so where are we? Variables. So variables are nothing but it is an entity to store any value. So variables are containers for storing data values. A variable is created the moment you first assign a value to it. So what do you mean by assign a value? So look here, example, x is equal to 5. What does this mean? It simply means that we are assigning a value 5 to variable x. This is what it means, assigning a value 5 to variable x. Now 5 is the value and x is the variable. Simple. In next line, y is equal to, in double quotes, John. So what is John? John is a value, y is a variable. So we are assigning John to a variable which is called y. So these are called variables, x and y, because it is a container. It is something which is holding some value, which is storing some values. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So at any point you guys have doubt, just stop me and ask. So these are the examples. Like I'll share this document at the end of the entire lecture. Like all our sessions, I'll make separate Word document for every session. I'll share it with you guys. So what you can do, you just need to copy this thing and paste it in your PyCharm or Google Colab. I'll share the steps how to download and install PyCharm and Python. So you can directly copy paste and you can run, you'll get the output. So now get the type. What is type? So type is a inbuilt function which gives the data type of the specified variable. So what is inbuilt function? Inbuilt functions are functions which are provided by Python. Okay, so Python has given some functions which are called inbuilt function. We just have to use those functions for the sake of our simplicity. So like here example, x is equal to 5 and y is equal to John. So what is this y is equal to John? Which is this value? Like what data type is this y? Can you tell me? In the demo lecture, I told you guys anything in
String, sir.
double quotes is called string. Very good. Anything in double quotes is called string. So y is equal to John in double quotes, so y, which means y is a string. Another important example, x is equal to 5. What is this 5? It is a number, and again in number it is integer because it doesn't have point, it doesn't have ing, which means it is a complex. So it doesn't have those things, which means it is an integer. So x is equal to 5 is integer. The moment we I'll just run these things so that you'll get to know. So you just need to click on this plus code, another line will be popped up. Just need to click here and click on this icon. So say type of x, what is x? X is a variable which is holding 5. What is 5? Integer. The moment I print this, it is showing class integer. Again, print type of y. Okay, what is y? Y is a variable which is holding in double quotes John. So what is John? It is in double quotes, and anything in double quotes in Python is called string. So it is saying that it is of class string. So this is how type function works in Python. So again, what is case sensitive? Most important thing, and very basic and very simple, but you need to understand it at the first itself. So what is case sensitive? Case sensitive means lowercase and uppercase are totally different in Python, which means variable names are case sensitive. So there, suppose a is equal to 4. This a is small a, and here capital A is equal to some string in double quotes. So this small a and this capital A are different. So as small a and capital A variables are holding different values and they are different, so it is called case sensitive. Or you can say it is case sensitive. Python is case sensitive. That's why this small a and this capital A are different. If the language would be case insensitive at that point of time, small a and capital A would be the same.